guys, and welcome back. So it's morning milking. We just finished up. I just took off the last machine. Brent is in there washing them right now. He's gonna get the wash going and everything. I need to go around with this bale right here. They've already had one this morning. This will be their second one. I did go around and sweep everything into them. They didn't quite finish everything up, but they are working on it. So we're just gonna give them this and then bed them, and they will be staying inside today because it is a very cold morning in the barn. It was around 10 below this morning, so very cold. It's not too bad in here. I'd say it's around 25 degrees in here. The fans were off this morning and everything, but we didn't have any water freeze, which is really, really good. Really surprising, actually, because when it was in the single digits, we actually had water freeze a couple times, and now it won't freeze at all. 3 mornings have been in the negatives, and we haven't had any issues. So kind of strange that they would freeze in the single digits, but not now. But I'm not gonna complain because nothing freezing is great for us. So we did get a little bit more snow. We got around 6 to 8 inches, I think, of snow the other day. You can see how frosty the door is. Unbelievably cold last night. This is pretty normal weather for Maine though in January. So we do have more snow now, looking a little more wintry outside. Very cold. Seems like this is going to be the coldest that it gets this year. It's supposed to warm up after this, so with any luck we kind of miss that, you know, really, really cold stretch. Not that it's not cold, but it's not as cold as it could be. So I did want to show you guys the bale roller in action, considering we just fixed it and we've got everything tuned up and running good. You can see that it's already starting to collect hay down on the bottom. It's just really impossible to avoid it. This tire does not have anything stuck on it yet. We just got some behind it, but there's nothing stuck on that yet, so that's good. This one stayed outside all night long, so it's been out in the freezing cold weather. I did just want to show you guys how if you do baleage the correct way, it shouldn't be frozen even if you have really, really cold weather. So this one is frozen just a tad on the edges, which sometimes is where the water collects, especially since we don't have a tipper and these will lay on their side. This is more than likely the bottom that it was laying on, so the water just kind of pooled in that area, but it's not bad at all and we shouldn't have a problem with it. On the side over here, how it's just not frozen. It's not at all. So if you do baleage the right way, it should pretty much cure, and then the moisture should be even throughout and not pooling on the edges where it can freeze like that. You'd have to have it be like 30 to 40 below weeks straight to freeze a bale like this solid. So we do have to take the net off in it, and then we'll go around with this and I'll show you a little bit of that working. Do like to peel it back just a little bit so that it's all starting to come off in a good section there like that, just because that does save me. Like if it doesn't start to come off, some of it will wrap around the roller if it's not even, and then it can be a real mess. You can break a lot of things, so I usually do pull some of it down like that just so I know it's all coming off kind of in a layer that's pretty even, and we can work with that. Rev them right up, and you don't really have to. It doesn't really go any faster if you rev it up like that. I think it's just harder on the engine. It can only go as fast as the hay comes off. Some people will just have it so wound up. So this is the most that we ever have to worry about, but you just kind of pull it and it falls off, and that really is as frozen as it should be. You definitely know if you put some up too wet because they just won't come off. You have to chisel them off, and it's a pain in the butt. So it really pays to do your baleage the right way if you're going to be feeding it in cold, cold weather. make it go around half the barn, I can really control how much each section of the barn is getting. That's the best thing about this machine. Not only how easy it is to feed them with it, but also the control you have over the amount of feed you can give them at a time. Everybody always gets so excited. Running really bad when we were almost done, and I was like, nice, now I said it was running good and there's something wrong with it. It ran out of gas, I'm not kidding, like right here. Like, look at that. Just bone dry. At least it made it all the way around before it did that. So yeah, we finished perfectly. Usually do have about this much left over, and I'll just leave it in front of the cows that are really good milkers. But since I can't move it, it's gonna have to stay right here. They'll just pick it off until they get down to what they can't reach, and then I'll just pull it off tonight and give it to somebody before we go around with the next bale. So we're gonna haul them out and then bed them, and then we're gonna leave them be and have a little bit of fun today. Alright, so we're all finished. We got the milk room shut down. The girls are all bedded. The only thing left to do is I'm going to do a quick rinse of the floor. I'm going to use that electric pressure washer we just got, and I'm going to clean the floor real quick. It just needs a little bit of a rinse. All done, finally, nice and clean. Now the only thing left for me to do I usually leave my barn boots here, so we're gonna take those off and put my other ones on, and then we can get going. We do have to stop and feed the heifers real quick. I did want to show you guys them because we did clean them out 3 days ago, I think, and they look really nice down there, nice and cozy. We have to check their water because obviously it's really cold and we don't want that to be frozen. It wasn't frozen yesterday. Obviously on top of the tank was frozen, but we broke that open and the float itself was still running, so that's good. We'll just have to see if it stays that way since it's staying cold, but we'll see. We might have to come back and get some warm water and then go back over there and pour a little bit on that. If it is frozen, with any luck, it's not. At least it's a nice sunny day. We're gonna have to let this sit in the sun and defrost for a while. Oh. You can see where the snow drifted. It was nice and windy the day it snowed. Usually only feed them on this side. That way I won't have to open both sets of hay holes. And we do feed them twice a day now because it's getting colder and they eat a little bit more. So I just fill this one up in the morning and then fill it up at night. This is a first crop dry bale. They just had a second crop wrap a few days ago, so figured we'd give them something a little drier. I try to stick something up against this because they will try to escape. See, nice and clean. We didn't bed the floor, but we put twice as much in the stalls just so they could lay in there and be comfy and warm since we knew it was going to be pretty cold. Their water, definitely frozen, so I highly doubt that float. Oh. So we'll just break a hole in it for now, and we'll come down this afternoon and make sure we thaw that out because it is indeed frozen. Just this float part freezes. This part right here, I can still feel that's nice and warm. That is on, so everybody's looking pretty fuzzy. It's cold, isn't it, girls? But they're all doing good. They won't stop knocking this one down here. So I guess we're just gonna leave it like that or take it out completely because they won't leave it alone, will you? It's not bad down here at all. It's actually pretty warm, especially with the sun shining through those windows. You stand right here and it feels really nice. Laying some nice sawdust. Everybody made it through the cold snap okay, so that's great. Now we can go have our fun. Since we didn't have anything to do today, we kind of got everything done this week that we needed to get done. It is Friday, by the way. You guys will be seeing this on Sunday. I got the whole day off until milking time tonight, so we're gonna have some fun the old-fashioned Maine way. It is perfect weather for sliding, so we're gonna find ourselves a good hill and do some sliding. Look guys, it's 2 degrees. Yay! So here's our hill, and it's a steep one, but it's an awfully fun ride. And it is a road, but it's not dangerous. It's a camp road. Only one person lives on it in the winter. We just put up sleds at the start of the road and at the end of the road so that anybody who does happen to come down here for any strange reason knows that there is somebody sledding. It's kind of like the universal sledding symbol. When there's a bright sled sitting in a snowbank, you know somebody is sledding. So if you ever see that, that's what that means. So we'll see how this goes. Sometimes it's too slippery and you can get going too fast and it's kind of hairy, but it looks good and it's always a fun thing to do. Just kind of get outside and have some fun. Being stuck inside all winter can really get to be kind of a downer, so you need to get outside and do something fun. But obviously we're gonna wait for it to warm up a little bit. Also, if you guys are wondering who we is, me and my mother are taking my niece sliding. She's 3, so not really a huge amount of patience, so we probably won't make many trips, but once it warms up, we will be going for a fun ride. I think we're gonna get going pretty fast. Hi, Mom. They do. Beautiful trees. That's a steep hill. Look at that one right there. Not the telephone pole, the other one. There you go. Riding in style. There they go. Woo! Uh-oh, they go fast. Alright, I guess it's my turn. I'm probably gonna crash trying to hold the camera too. That'll make your eyes water. Are you ready? On your marks. Get set. Go! I figured out I have to steer with my feet since I'm holding it. Quite as far as you guys. We are back at work for nighttime milking. Just running the cleaner, and we had a little bit of a problem. The chain came off the sprocket again. It's actually the first time it's done that in a long time. I figured I'd show you guys how we get that back on there. Brent is inside getting coffee right now, but he'll be right back out and we'll put that back on. I'll show you guys a little bit of that. We did have fun sliding today. We only went down a few times, but it was really cool out there, especially with the wind on you. But it was lots of fun. Just a great thing to do. Reminds me of being a kid. Had a lot of fun doing that as kids. So anyway, when Brent comes back out, we will fix that. I did want to show you guys, this is how cold it's been. The whole bottom wall here is completely frosted. That is frost. That right there is just frost. So very, very cold. It definitely would have frozen back there if we hadn't have bailed that out. But yeah, I'll show you guys. You can see where the chain came off. It's just kind of sitting below the sprocket there, and the chain is just over here. So we have to unhook that. We'll take this paddle right here, and I can actually show you guys that. We just take this hook that we keep up here. We keep it up here just so we don't lose it. It doesn't go down the barn cleaner or anything. So you take that, and then you usually just sit down on this wood here, put your feet on this paddle and just push that back, which lets the tension off the chain. Hook that in that little hole there, and then hook it on the edge. Let go, and we should be able to just unhook it anywhere here. I'll unhook it right here. And now Brent can just take this section back, run it back on, and I'll just spin this, which just pulls the chain closer so I can hook it again, because it will take up some of the slack being hooked onto that, obviously. We probably will have to replace a link, because usually where it comes off is pretty worn. So it's probably that one right there. That one's probably pretty worn, but you guys can see how deep that pit is from here. It's pretty deep. Not even really sure how far we actually got around here. Like we got about halfway before it came off this time. I've already got it unhooked and everything. Yep.
I bet that's the same spot.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Let's, here. Replace these two. I say, it didn't even reach it to the...
That one looks pretty bad. In your left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both look pretty bad.
Yeah. You got a couple?
I believe so. You want the best ones I can find, or?
Huh?
You want real good ones?
Well, just
What?
don't have to be super, I guess.
These two right here are pretty good. There you go.
That had 4 in it. Oh no. 3. Sorry.
There you go.
One, two, three. Okay, turn it there. Yep, you got it. Got it. Hold on a second. Okay. Keep going. That should do it. That should do it. Whoops.
All right.
Sorry.
For what? Now we just let that back out
Yep.
and wait for it to happen again. that going again. Now it's time to start milking. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, please don't forget to like and comment down below and subscribe. We'd love to have you guys join us, and it really does help us out a lot. So keep it real, keep farming, and don't forget to have fun, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.